All right, what's up, everybody? I'm going to knock out the AFC side of things since Joel was able to do the NFC side yesterday. That way we can get this out to you guys today. So, starting off with the college side of things, we're going to go through the solos. So, Wesley Grimes going to Texas A&M, Brady Hunt going to Houston, Wilson going to Michigan State, Pimpton going to Texas A&M, Sam Brown going to Baylor, Braden Shager going to Miami. The first one in the shoot is going to be John Michael Gillenborg, deciding between Texas A&M at 75% and Maryland at 25. Going to Texas A&M. All right, next in the shoot is going to be Mazio Bennett. He is deciding between two schools. It's pretty much a toss-up between Missouri at 51% and Maryland at 49%. Going to Missouri. Next up, Jordan Waiters. Deciding between Miami at 52%, Maryland at 48%. Going with Miami. So far, chalk. All right, Cedric Alexander coming up next. Deciding between two schools, Missouri again at 53%, Tennessee at 47%. Must be the hat. It is Tennessee. All right, Theo Weiss. Seems as though he has been in college for 10 years. Tennessee, 60%. Oregon, 40%. Oregon takes them. Two straight upsets. Julian Fleming. Deciding between Tennessee at 56%, Miami at 44%. Going to Tennessee. Mikey Keene. Deciding between three schools. We've got Maryland at 42%, SMU at 29%, UCLA at 29%. Not going to be SMU. It is going to be my Maryland. Nate Noel. Deciding between SMU with a big lead at 68%, Maryland at 32%. Can they pull the upset? No. Going to SMU. Next up, another player that seems as though he's been in college for 10 years. We got Max Johnson, deciding between Miami at 60%, SMU at 40%, going to the Hurricanes. Going to butcher this name, Holden Stays. Up next, Miami with a massive lead at 82%, and they are actually going to take it even if Texas A&M wins because Texas A&M does not meet the threshold of 20%, but we'll roll it anyway. Was going to go to Miami either way. All right, next up, we got Nathan Leacock. Two schools. We got Michigan State with a little bit of a lead, 59%, Miami at 41%, going to Sparty. All right, Trayvon Rudolph. Deciding between Houston, 74%, Missouri just sneaking in there, 26%, going to Houston. Peyton Lewis, deciding between UCLA 49%, Tennessee at 43%, going to the Bruins. Kevin Coleman, 50-50 between Texas A&M and Florida State, going to the Seminoles. All right, Carlos Hernandez, deciding between Missouri 52%, Tennessee at 48%, going to Missouri. DeCorian Clark, three teams. We got SMU 37%, Michigan State right behind him at 35%, Houston at 29%. Not going to be SMU. It's going to be Houston pulling off the upset. All right, Curtis Rourke, deciding between Maryland 54%, Florida State at 46%, going to Maryland. Thomas Fidone, got three schools. We got Baylor at 40%, UCLA at 32%, Tennessee 27%. Not going to UCLA. He's going to go to Baylor. Hakeem Williams. 4 teams in on him. Florida State with a little bit of a lead, 26%. Miami right behind at 21. Tennessee at 19. And Michigan State at 18. Not going to the Seminoles. He is going to go to the Vols. Christian with a good day so far. All right, Chris Brazel. Feel as though this might be the icing on the cake for him if he wins this one. All right, deciding between Texas A&M, Tennessee, both at 33%. Houston a little bit behind at 24. Unfortunately, not going to Tennessee. He's going to Texas A&M. We've got Elijah Metcalf, deciding between SMU 52%, Baylor at 48. Going to go to SMU. Next up, Rivaldo Fairweather. 3 schools. We got Florida State at 36%, SMU at 34, Baylor at 30, not going to the Seminoles. So it's going to be a little bit of an upset going to Baylor. All right, Marion Lukes. Deciding between Tennessee with a big lead, 63%, Miami trying to pull the upset, 37%, going to the Hurricanes. Good win for Drew. All right, Malik Benson. Got 4 teams on them. Miami, 33%. Oregon at 27. UCLA at 27. Michigan State at 13. Not going to be UCLA. Going to be Miami. Next up, we got Easton Messer. SMU, 60%. Houston, 40. Going to go to Houston. A little bit of an upset. We got Kyron Lacey. UCLA and Houston neck and neck at 38%. Oregon quite a bit behind at 20%. Not going to be Houston. It's going to be UCLA. We've got Antonio Williams. SMU and Florida State both at 27%. Tennessee right behind at 24. Oregon right behind that at 22. Not going to be Tennessee. It's going to be Florida State. All right, Air Noland. Only 2 teams in on Air Noland. We've got Oregon at 60%. We've got Michigan State quite a bit behind at 40. Can Michigan State pull the upset? No, going to the Ducks. All right, Jalen Daniels. We got Houston, 58%. UCLA a little bit behind at 42. Going to the Cougars. Riley Leonard. 50-50 right here. Miami and SMU. Can Miami continue their good day? They can. Go into the Hurricanes. All right, Raheem Sanders. Missouri at 37%. Florida State 36. Oregon at 21. Not going to Florida State. Going to Missouri. Last 2. We've got Phil Maffa. Deciding between Tennessee at 31. Miami at 30. Florida State at 27. Oregon just sneaking in there at 13. Not going to be Florida State. Going to be Tennessee. Last but not least, we've got Travion Henderson. Maryland and UCLA at 27%. Michigan State at 26. Oregon at 19. Not going to be Michigan State. It's going to be Maryland. Congrats to Dez. All right, so there's the college side for the AFC only. Like I said, Joel did the NFC yesterday. We'll post them separately. Get your points in for next week, and we'll see you next time.